guys, welcome to episode 2 of season 2 here in the My Team Save on F1 2021. It's time for the Spanish Grand Prix. As you can tell there from the championship standings, we earned a point in the season opener in Bahrain. And since the Bahrain Grand Prix, there's been a few weeks. And since then, in that off time, we've made some advances as a team. We are now not best of the shitters. We are now best of the rest. Mercedes, Red Bull and McLaren, the best 3 teams on the grid. Mercedes just gone miles into the distance, better than anyone else. But we are the 4th best team on the grid, according to the performance indicator. So Spain was woeful for us last year because it's probably the track where the AI are at their strongest. So we still might not have that good a race weekend here in Spain, although at least it's dry. We still might not have that good a race weekend here, but I fully expect us now to be competing for points and better than 9th or 10th regularly. I hope. From perhaps post-Monaco onwards. Post-Monaco onwards, perhaps. We'll have to get through Spain and Monaco first. But with the R&D progress, look at that jump. Look at that spike between Bahrain and Spain. We were behind Alpine, Aston Martin and Ferrari and have just gone... The fastest growing of any of the teams on the grid so far this season. Anyway, we'll see how that progresses. You can see the progression we made last year. We started off being just slightly better than Alfa Romeo, supposedly. And we worked our way up steadily. Mercedes actually were quite close to Red Bull at the start of last season. Mercedes are just miles above everybody else here this year. So we have to hope that they slow down and the rest of us can catch up. We've some resource points to spend, but we need to basically earn some more because we can't afford anything at the moment. So that's what we'll go and do. We'll go and do the practice sessions, earn some more resource points, and then apply something to the car. Drop the video a like if you enjoy. Make sure you subscribe to this ChesnoidPlays channel so you don't miss out on any further content here. Thank you very much for all of your support on Season 2 so far, of course, and link in the description down below to the Twitch channel so you can watch these live, and of course the main channel if there's any FIFA content you want to watch. But for now, let's head to Barcelona. We are actually going to do the quali pace one, 1:15.9. Well, practice program wise, we have the pace, but actual lap time wise, I don't know if we're not going to be coming last again at Spain, even with such a supposedly good car on paper. Race pace hopefully is going to be good again, as it always is for us. As opposed to one single lap pace, our race pace is always decent.
Over the line, let's see our top 3 again.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know how this is going to go in quali and the race. But just being competitive at Spain is a step up, considering how far off the pace we were last year, which was a hell of a long way. And I think I just accidentally went to practice 3 rather than to qualifying, which is annoying. Never mind. We'll go to qualifying in a moment. And we'll retire from session and we'll go to qualifying, and then we'll be able to
session has drawn to a close.
We'll be able to see how many resource points we're going to get. 700 total. Robert giving me a bit more. I didn't get quite as many as I did last time, but we're growing well individually and as a team. Still probably not enough resource points to actually do anything though to the car. We need like 12 or 1300 in most areas to actually make any changes. We'll have a quick look at the R&D here, but I'm pretty sure in all of the areas that we'd want to change, I need a lot. So drag reduction need 1300, DRS we need 1250, 1400 basically for front downforce, and we can't do anything with regards to halo. For halo it affects rear downforce, does it? Okay. With regards to chassis, can't do the brakes because they're unavailable. We need to upgrade our facility. We need 1250 for that, and again we need spec 3 for everything else here. We have got something or some stuff we could do with regards to the powertrain. ERS isn't too much of an issue though. Fuel efficiency could be good for us actually. I am going to do that fuel efficiency. because the fuel was a problem, wasn't it, in Bahrain? Right. Okay. To quali we go then, and hopefully we won't be last. So even on worn tyres, doing an extra lap. It shows how scrappy the previous lap was. A 1:15.4. Two really scrappy laps. Really scrappy laps. And then we pull out a 15.4 on the final attempt, which I think should have gotten us through to Q2. So there is pace in the car. I think we got it through. Oh, we might not have done. What did I do? A 14.8 or 14.9, wasn't it? Robert did a 14.6. Oh, for Christ's sake. A 15... Oh, 15.4. We're in the 15s, not the 14s. 17th again. We were 17th in Bahrain, and we're 17th in Spain. But we finished in the points in Bahrain. I don't know if we'll do that here in Spain, but certainly quicker comparatively to everyone else than we were in Season 1. We pulled that lap out of the bag. I don't know where it came from on worn tyres, but the lap came out of the bag and we're all right. Right, to the race then. Time to figure out strategy and give you guys a prediction to do. The grid in Espanol. Thank you for the 100 bits, Geriatric. It's very kind of you, mate. And for the follow, Butcher. Lewis from Valtteri. A 13 flat? Christ. The Mercedes are just too good. Verstappen, Ricciardo, Norris and Perez. Oh, and a tier 1 sub from Geriatric as well. A follow, some bits and a sub. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Schwartzman starts P12 after making it through to Q2. We will be... Oh, we're starting P16. We've gotten a little bump up the grid. Someone's taken a grid penalty. Who's that?
Russell.
Mazepin, Latifi, Ocon has taken a grid penalty. Our rival, of course. So he'll start P22. That's handy. Why Esteban Ocon has taken a grid penalty, I'm not sure.
Now that we've got some points on the board, let's continue this form and aim for another top 10 finish.
Oh, absolutely. It reckons a 2-stop. Soft, medium. So we might replicate what we did. We might replicate what we did in Bahrain and go soft, medium, soft. Although those soft tyres do look like they're going to be pretty dead by lap 17. We'll 2-stop it, I think. Soft, medium, soft. Because the default strategy is a 1-stop, mediums to hards, but those mediums will be like 70% worn by the end. So we'll press Y to get the personalised one, and he reckons soft, mediums, or soft, medium, but we'll go soft, medium, soft. So that's the one that we'll select. We could go soft, medium, medium. We might well have to go soft, medium, medium, but we'll try soft, medium, soft. We'll try soft, medium, soft. When it comes to fuel, we'll definitely get lapped here, so I can underfuel the car quite a bit. We'll definitely get lapped. We'll go for 101 kilos, which is 66.3 laps. But I have no doubts whatsoever that we will get lapped at this circuit with how fast the Mercedes are. 66 laps of the Circuit de Catalunya on the way. No, absolutely not soft, hard, soft. The hards are dead tyres. Starting from P16, then everybody else around us on mediums other than Yuki, build the revs, and we're off. Kimi with a decent start. Robert actually with a slow start there on the mediums. I need to make sure I time my braking point right for T1, which I haven't done. I broke far too early, but I've been able to hold position, he says. There's actually, I've got Mick Schumacher on my inside. Grip, please, car, thank you. Now I've got Giovinazzi on my inside as well. Down a couple of positions, but I'll try and hold it around the outside of turn 4. Sorry, turn... Well, yeah, no, that's turn 4, isn't it? To then have the inside into 5. There we go, we're through. So we've actually... Well, we've lost the position, but we're actually basically where we started now. Right now, I'm expecting us to be... Not actually, perhaps expecting is the wrong word. I'm hoping that we're going to be faster in the opening few laps than those on the medium tyres. I am running quite a bit of rear downforce. I will go... Oh, he's gone ultra defensive here, Mick. I'm going to throw it up the inside, and we will get them. We'll get the move done. So we're up to P16 again. Thank you, Jeff, for the praise. What I'd like to do is follow Yuki through, if we can, because he's going to be quick on those softs. And I don't want our soft stint to be affected. I don't want our soft stint to be affected by those running on medium tyres and getting stuck behind them, because that way we lose the benefit of running on the soft tyre for the first stint. Because we're not actually gaining anything on them. One day we'll have a car that doesn't handle like an absolute dog when it's heavy on fuel. DRS enabled this lap. We've built a gap to those behind. So we don't need to worry about getting caught by those behind with DRS. We just need to stay in touch with those in front. Ideally, get past those in front. Struggling a little bit with dirty air off the back of the Alfa Romeo as well, to be fair. It's not just the car being heavy on fuel. Spain is pain. Spain is pain. But yes, at least we're much more competitive than we were last year. We've got a real run on Kimi here, who's actually lost... He's lost DRS. That was a bit brave. A bit stupid, actually, to just throw a tyre up there. I didn't realise the speed differential was quite that high. We didn't get any damage, I don't think. We might have lost a little bit of front wing there. I will just have a look. No, we're alright. Why is it... I've lost my... Oh, I need to put the sponsors back on. I've lost my PSD and Zenetto sponsors because we had to renew them. And it hasn't put them back on the car. So we're actually running 2 sponsors down at the minute. At the end of the last Grand Prix weekend, we had to renew those sponsors, didn't we? I need to redo those stickers. We'll try now. DRS and ERS. Are we actually going to make an overtake? Kimi's gone defensive. I'm going to go round the outside of him into turn 1. Oh, I've had to go very deep though. But can we make it stick? Yes. Only just, but we are up now into P15. To work hard for that. That took a few laps to close that gap and then get back to him. 4.5 seconds to Robert now. Shane, thank you very much for the brand new Prime Gaming sub, mate. Welcome to the gang, my dude. Some of the front runners in the pits. Vettel, Leclerc, Gasly all switching to mediums. Ricciardo's come out of the pits in front of us now. He's technically now the next car down the road. Raikkonen's still within a few tenths of me, just not quite able to close the gap with the DRS. Yuki's in the pits now. Okay, so Yuki started on softs, same as us. And he's now pitting, so we've been able to extend the stint longer than Yuki did on these softs, which is good. But I'd imagine then that means that Yuki's going to go medium, unless he goes to softs next. In which case, he'll go soft, medium. But the fact that he's pit on lap 14 makes me think that he's probably going to go soft, medium. I'm not exactly like Checo. I'm not very good at managing my tyres. Oh, just such little grip. Car just wouldn't turn at all. And I've got a real train behind me now. A proper DRS train behind us now. I'm going to have to use all my battery to stay ahead of Kimi here. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to. He's coming for it. He's going for it. He's not going to get it done. I could try and extend this stint and like ruin a lot of races behind us. Track position is important. I could try and extend this stint now and hold everyone up behind me as long as possible. Obviously won't gain on anyone in front. Won't got any gain on anyone in front at all. But it would perhaps help us finish in the points. But as soon as they start getting past me, that's when we have to hit. But it is definitely going to hold everybody up and help Robert out, as you say. So maybe we will extend then. Seb's now past Kimi. It's whether Seb can get past me. That's the question. I'll try and defend with my battery as best I can. Schwartzman has just been taken by Norris up ahead. But we are still extending this stint very well. Raikkonen still just managing to hold on ahead of the Ferrari behind him. Seb has really got runs on me now. Having to defend very hard to keep that Aston Martin behind. We didn't. Did we make contact with Seb there, or did he just straight run off the road? I need to have a look at that. I didn't feel any contact, but he looks like he just ran straight off the road. Thank you for the 50 bits, Geriatric. Let's have a look. No, Seb's just run off the road, tries to go around the outside of us. He's reversing. He's tried to go around the outside of us, run out of grip and road. And just drifted wide. There's no... I don't know why he started to reverse. And this train is really getting held up by us at the moment. We're not necessarily managing our tyres that well at all. They are super worn. But track position is king around Spain. And by utilising our ERS in the right places as well, at the moment, we're really making this stint work.
8 seconds.
Jeff wanted me to go to lap 24 though, and we're only about to finish lap 19. But it's working so far. Thanks for the bits, Benny. Do you go to the pub tonight to watch Gunners or stay at home and cry in peace? I'd say stay at home and cry in peace, probably. Thank you for the sub. I'll check that in a moment. We wouldn't be able to do this at any other track other than Monaco. We're still sitting... That was my fastest lap of the race. Fastest lap of the race on tyres that are 54 to 39% worn. Although I did use a lot of my battery on that lap, I have to be honest. To be fair, I kind of understand where Lewis is coming from now, Jules. When he's like, Bono, these tyres are dead, and then sets the fastest lap. My tyres are dead. But we just set a personal fastest lap at the Grand Prix. The lap before. I can't take the front left too far, otherwise we'll risk getting a puncture. 60% wear on my front left now. This is the furthest I've run any set of tyres, I think, ever, with regards wear percentage. And like we say, at any other circuit we would have been mobbed by everybody well before now, but because we're at Spain, and because it's so hard to overtake here, we've been able to hold on to our position. Right, here we go. I'm getting a front wing change, am I? Didn't realise it was damaged. Okay. Hurry up, lads. Thank you. So, down to 21st then. Down to 21st. Yikes. Right, we're going for a one-stop then. The strategy has been changed. We're now going to try a one-stop. Why do these mediums feel less grippy than anything else? Russell's in the pits, so that's going to be us up to P20. Any other driver that touches the hard tyre, that's their race done as far as I'm concerned. Robert's in the pits now, teammate in the pits.
Robert in the pits.
Now, depending on what he goes to next, depends what strategy he's on. If he goes to softs, then he's 2-stopping. If he goes to hards, then he's 3-stopping. Sorry, 1-stopping. Let me ask about my teammate now. What tyres has he gone to?
37.6 seconds. They're on fresh hards. They're in 14.
Robert has gone to hards. Robert is also 1-stopping. Difference being, he's 1-stopping medium to hard, whereas we are 1-stopping soft to medium, somehow. Or at least attempting it anyway. Gio's in the pits. No, Kimmy's in the pits. Kimmy's in the pits, as is Mick. So now's where we find out if we've been able to stay ahead of Kimi Räikkönen. The answer is a rather resounding no. Kimi is down the road. But he has gone to hards. So Kimi's 1-stopping as well, but he's gone to hards. So we are on the softer tyre. So we should be faster. We should be faster than Kimi. We hope we're faster than Kimi. We're up to P18 because we've overtaken Mick, who's also gone to the hard tyre.
The gap to the car ahead is 2.5 seconds.
Let's close the gap on both those Alfa Romeos. The only way we make this one-stop work is if we're able to get track position again. If I'm having to do chasing, then it's not going to work. I'm having to chase other cars, and it absolutely isn't going to work. Tyre didn't like that. Yeah, Gio onto hards as well. All of those that started on mediums, have gone medium to hard. Which was the strategy that it recommended for us right at the very beginning, wasn't it? Run mediums long and then go to hards to the end. just one stop, one step softer than everybody else. That's Ocon, our rival in the pits now. I imagine he's going to go to hard tyres too. And he has done. So he's one stopping as well. What did we say for the prediction? It was 13th, wasn't it? Virtual safety car.
Is too low and we risk a penalty. Slow your pace immediately.
Why is there a virtual safety car? What for? I don't know what the VSC's for. Nobody's going slowly or anything anywhere. There just is a VSC. There's an Alpine going slowly, is there? Check the race director. Okay, let's have a look. We can check the race director to see if they had to pit for damages, but I imagine it's just a tyre stop for that McLaren, isn't it? Thank you, Nick, for the somethingth month. Probably a lot. 47th. Thank you, my man. Right, let's have a look. Did that McLaren pit for damages? Ricardo must have had an issue then. But he hadn't. Yeah, he pit 13 to go soft medium. He's now gone medium hard. Something must have happened to Daniel somewhere on the track. His hard tyres are just not quick. They've been able to eliminate an extra pit stop, but the total time that it takes them to finish the race is just too high. They would have been better off doing one more pit stop and running softer compound tyres. Kimi should be vulnerable here on those hard tyres.
Ahead is 17.1 seconds.
17 seconds to Robert. That's what we've got to close if we're to make this one stop work and make places. So I want to be in a position where either we have track position on loads of cars behind us and a holding station, or we find ourselves where we've got a free pit stop behind us, can go to a set of soft tyres and then just nail it to the end and try and catch up to those in front. They're the two scenarios we have sat in front of us at the minute. See that when those in front that have to pit again, depending on where they come out, depends on what happens with us. I'm going to need to open up that gap to Kimi as much as possible to get that free pit stop, and to Yuki too. Because the gap to Robert doesn't really look like it's coming down that much. It's still about 16 seconds. Seb's in the pits. Oh, that whole gaggle are pitting now. Seb, Gasly, and a couple of others, including a Mercedes, but they're going to come out of the pits so far in front of us. Tsunoda and Seb going for it. So they are now. That's the gaggle of cars that I kind of hoped to gain position on when they stopped again, that we haven't been able to gain position on. So we're going to find ourselves doing some chasing at the end, which is not really what the strategy allows. They've just stopped on lap 40 for a set of mediums, and they are going to be able to go to the end now. Yuki has to stop again, but the rest that just came out of the pits absolutely definitely don't. This is still astronomically better than last year, isn't it? Last year at Spain made us question everything, like even down to the difficulty level, whether this game was so much harder than the previous year. It's not the game, it's literally just the AI are so strong at Spain. Tsunoda is pitting now then. So we do have... And Gasly's gone to hards, interestingly. Stroll is in the pits as well, but coming out just in front of us. And Gasly's on hards. Gasly, I think, was one of the others that started on mediums and was trying to one-stop, was he? I'm not sure. We'll have a look at the race director. No! Very nearly restarted the session. That would have been emotional. So Robert is currently running P8. Robert is currently running P8 and in the points on a one-stop. But Sainz, Leclerc, Stroll and Vettel are all in hot pursuit with fresher, softer tyres. We are P14 on merit, on pace. That's where we are right now. We have to hope to either catch Gasly or catch Robert or catch Callum to try and gain some places. Depending on what the gaps are like behind, I may pit again towards the end of the race and go to a set of softs just for like 10 laps, just to see if we can do some catching, depending on what the rest of the gaps look like around us. Schwartzman's now... Something's happened to Robert. He's on the side of the road. Robert's on the side of the road to my left. Robert's binned it. Oh, his engine's gone. No! Robert running in the points. No! Oh, running in the points. P8. And his engine's gone bang. Oh, rip.
Caution.
He's up here on the left. No, the first retirement of the race, and it's our bloody teammate. So we are now P13, which is what you guys need for the prediction. So it's going to be a moral dilemma for me now. Because we will hold P13 to the end of the race. But do I pit for softs? Do I pit for softs in a little while? Put myself down a few places and then try and make those positions back again and have some fun. Depends on what you guys want to see. Gonna do a poll. We've got two options. Yes, pit for softs. Or no, stay out till the end. On lap 52. Pit on lap 52 for softs, or no, stay out till the end. Vote now. We are running a poll. I'm gonna have a quick toilet break whilst we do. Back in a sec. Oh, that's rather one-sided, isn't it? That's rather one-sided. 70% say yes, pit lap 52 for softs. Well, guess what? We're pitting lap 52 for softs. You say channel points influenced that, Ogazi, but I don't think they have. If channel points were going to influence that, then the majority of people voted for me to finish P13 or higher. We are running P13, and we'll finish P13 if we don't pit. So actually, it's more of a risk to the larger percentage that said I would finish P13 for me to pit and then try and work my way back through. But those that have reckoned that I will finish P13 have taken a risk. And reckon that they want me to pit. And as Slothed Out has said, content greater than channel points, apparently. According to you guys, that's your decision. That's your decision. It was like it was quite heavily weighted towards, 68% said yes, I would finish P13 or higher. But also, about the same, have now told me that they want me to pit. So, about half of the people that want me to finish P13 also want me to take a risk of not getting P13. Which is very intriguing. Very intriguing. Right. Officers cool down a bit. Time to drive as fast as we can, then pit, and drive even faster. Right, pitting then for a set of softs to then absolutely gun it to the end of the Grand Prix. First time viewing live, first time on Twitch. Oh, thank you for coming across and watching us, Johnny. Appreciate it, dude. So we will lose the position to Raikkonen. We will lose the position to Tsunoda and to Ocon. But they are actually letting through lapped car front runners right now.
Exit now.
They're in the process of
Look after these tyres now.
getting lapped by a couple of cars behind. So we're coming up behind Tsunoda and behind Ocon. But hopefully...
Blue flag.
Hopefully we'll have enough pace to actually be faster than those behind us now. Those cars that are coming through to lap us, we might be quicker than on this set of softs. I'm going to have to let them through. And then try and take advantage of them getting past the others. Kimi is the aim. Kimi and P13 is the aim. Safety car would be fantastic about now. Absolutely wonderful. Tsunoda letting Lando through, but not quite able to let Max through, which means we might be able to prey on this a little bit. Right, so them Tsunoda having to let Lando and Checo through has helped us gain
To the car behind is
on Tsunoda
19.3
massively.
seconds.
And we should get him now down the main straight. We should get him down the main straight into T1 now. Ocon has let Lando through. He's now got to let Checo through. And Tsunoda has taken him. Tsunoda has taken him in that. That might confuse things a little bit because Tsunoda's actually going to be quite quick. Although on fresh softs we still should be quicker. Putting it on Esteban and getting it done on Esteban. That's 15th. Gap to Kimi, 12 seconds. That's the one that you guys want to keep your eyes on. That's the one that you want to wait to see drop. And there's not really much you can do about it. Bye, Felicia. Sights set on Kimi Raikkonen. Lewis is coming up behind us to lap us for a second time. So at the minute we have 11 laps left, but we may only get 10 laps left and actually only finish on lap 64 if Lewis laps us for a second time. We'd lose another lap. We'd lose an entire lap to close to Kimi. So I really do need to get a wiggle on. The gap is plummeting and coming down quite quick, but it needs to if we're to get it done. Our rival at the beginning of this season is Esteban Ocon. That's my fastest lap of the race, a 1:16.8, as Lewis behind us does a 1:15.7. If he's lapping that quickly, he definitely will catch us and lap us again. We will be 2 laps down by the end of this Grand Prix. Throwing a little bit of drama in, sprinkling some question marks onto proceedings, don't you? If we want to win this World Championship at some point, we're going to have to do so much improving because Mercedes are so much faster than anyone else. So much faster. Even race wins towards the end of Season 2 or beginning of Season 3 are going to be a struggle at this rate. It depends how much improving we can do over the next few months in-game. The gap to Kimi has dropped to 3 seconds. That's how fast the lap we're putting in.
Blue flag.
Blue flags now to Lewis. Gap to Kimi 3 seconds, but we are going to have less laps to do it. 1:16.3, personal best fastest lap, but Lewis is here. We now have 5 laps because Lewis will take us. Lewis will lap us and we will be 2 laps behind, so we will have to go, hello Kimi, never mind, don't worry about it. Let Lewis through. Oh, and Kimi making things bad for himself. See you, Kimster. Cheers, pal. The tactic worked. We got it done. We're back in P13. Added a little bit of drama to the end of the race for you. But in the end result will be exactly the same. Vettel's pitting. Hello. Hello. Those in front have been going through some stragglers, including Giovinazzi. And Seb is pitting. He must have gotten some damage somewhere. No, Seb is just... he's not got any damage that I can see. Seb is just pitting. Why is he pitting? He and Giovinazzi are both pitting. They must have damage. Well, that's odd. He'll still come out of the pits well in front of us. But it is odd to see them both pit. They must have just had a coming together. But I couldn't see any visual damage to Seb's nose. He's coming out of the pits now, Sebastian Vettel. He's gone to soft, so he's going to be absolutely fucking flying. Yeah, they both pit for front wings, so they must have... I couldn't see any damage, but they've pit because of damage. But we are actually matching Checo and Lando for pace at the minute. And Sebi's going to have to get out of the way for Lewis coming through. It's only 4.5 seconds, that gap. He's going to have to get away for Lewis, and then he's going to have to get out of the way for Checo and Lando as well. Seb has opened it from 4.2 to 5.7 in a single lap. This is our penultimate lap. Still matching Checo and Lando, though.
Be aware that these tyres need to last till the end of the race.
We are catching the car ahead, but the car ahead is still significantly down the road. 4.6 seconds. Thank you, Nicholas. Latifi's going to get caught by Giovinazzi here and pass, presumably. That is for position behind us, but Gio on fresh softs. Actually, he might not have the chance because this is the last lap. Unless he gets him into turn 10 at the end of this straight, end of this DRS zone. Gio will finish behind Latifi. He's going to have to go for it here, and I don't think he's going to have the pace to get the move done. No, he's not. So Gio will finish P21. Latifi will finish P20 with the Alfa Romeo firmly wedged right in between his rear wing and his gearbox. But Lewis is about to win the race. We'll end it. We'll end our race. Not too far behind him. Lewis Hamilton sets the fastest lap of the race on the last lap and wins, and we come home in P13. So for those of you with the prediction, despite the extra pit stop, yes, we were still able to finish in P13 and get the job done. And comparatively to last year's last place, half a minute behind anyone, that is a massive improvement. And we were massively improved in Bahrain, and we hopefully will be massively improved indeed for the rest of the season. It is Monaco next, so don't expect too much from the next Grand Prix. But once we get to Azerbaijan, we will be point hunting again. We will be point hunting again. Lewis from Valtteri from Max, presumably, yes. 1, 2, 3, we've seen that many a time before. Such a shame that Robert DNF'd. Such a shame that Robert DNF'd from P8, otherwise we could have got some points there. Latifi and Giovinazzi were both 3 laps down in the end.
Difficult call, but I'd like to say Esteban
Ocon.
He's just so gifted at getting the
20 seconds to 60. So we finished ahead of our rival. For a minute there, I was like, hang on a minute. Did he finish ahead of me? So we have finished ahead of our rival, and we'll extend that gap, which is great. We're also going to get some acclaim, and the team look like they're going to go up to level 16 overall, which is great. I need to go up to level 15 overall. Oh, we're not quite going to make it. I need to go up to level 15 overall to be able to get some extra... We didn't get any interviews, actually, did we? That's annoying. I need to go up to level 15 overall to add some extra perks to my driver. Thank you for the follow, Sergeant Martin and Ubre. And Ryan with the 17th month on a 17-month streak as well. Thank you, pal. Right, weight training for Robert. Extra resource points. No, it's not resource points. Oh, that will give us resource points. I want the resource points. And then we'll do the driver promotion filming as well. Message. We are still, on paper, the 4th best team. We are on paper best of the rest. But on tarmac, at least in Spain, we weren't. But obviously we know that the AI are super quick in Spain. So that's not a genuine, accurate reflection of our absolute pace. So I can either lower the morale for my aero team here, because we're right on the cusp of a significant step forward. And they want to have a last minute push for some overtime. But my morale will go down, but we will gain a discount on the DRS maximum slot gap. But I'm not worried about that, so I'm going to decline. I don't want to lower the morale of our department. What we do need to do actually is put the sponsors back on the car as well, isn't it? So I'll do that in between recordings and in between streams. You guys have actually just picked up on it in chat as well. I genuinely hadn't noticed that.
Come through the fabrication process.
Good.
We'll have them with us for the next Grand Prix.
So we have taken another step forward with regards progression for the next Grand Prix. I don't have enough money to up the fabrication anywhere. 6 million for resource points, 5.5 for fabrication, 6 million. So we're not going to be able to throw more money into any of our facilities at the moment. We can't quite afford anything for our actual resource and development at the moment either.
Well, it's great to be back at your
Hello, Will. Thanks for coming back.
I say, an awful lot's changed.
It has. The car is a completely different colour.
Some questions.
It was purple last time.
That interview clip circulating online paints your teammate in a pretty bad light. From an outsider looking in, it seems like your team's making a conscious effort to avoid talking about the issue.
We did avoid it, actually. That was in relation to one of the little pop-up events that happens. It was clipped entirely out of context and not worthy of discussion, is what we'll say.
Seen ex-driver Lucas Weber has been spending quite a lot of time with your team recently. We understand he's been working as some kind of consultant. What's that been like?
Refreshingly free of ego, very modest and very easy to get on
The
with.
recent flooding at the factory must have been a significant
We dealt with
setback
it.
for your team. How much impact does something like that actually have?
We've handled it pretty well, and we'll be back on our feet in no time.
We've heard
We're
rumours
actually
that your
taken a
engineers
step
and
further
teammates
forward
have
since
had a
then as
difference of
well.
opinion on
No,
the way
it's
you
fine.
focus your development efforts. As someone with experience as both a team manager and a driver, how do you tackle disagreements like this?
It's great when people disagree because it means you can work
recent
things out and
survey
move
found
forward
that
together.
Your staff have the highest employee satisfaction of all the
We'll go for that one.
It's been wonderful
We've had
to
that
spend
question
some time
recently.
with you. Best of luck out on track.
Thank you, Will. We're going to need it in Monaco next time out. We have team acclaim level 15, Davino. Team acclaim level 15, but not driver acclaim level 15. Good news, however, from Ferrari. They've introduced a new upgrade package onto the power unit, so we will notice an improvement in the next Grand Prix. Unfortunately, the next Grand Prix is Monaco, where you don't really need a lot of power. So that's not actually going to make too much difference moving forward. But actually, the wear's not bad at all on this Ferrari engine. We do need to put the sponsors back on the car. We need to be level 25 as a team to put more sponsors on there. And again, to reiterate, I need to be driver level 15 to be able to get more boosts there. So let's advance to the Monaco Grand Prix, at least to the beginning of the race weekend. We can't afford to put anything else on the car, resource and development point-wise. We can't afford anything facility-wise either. But that is where we'll end the YouTube video here for the Spanish Grand Prix weekend. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Join me next time. The stream is actually Sunday, so not tomorrow. Well, actually not today as you see this. You'll see this on Saturday. Next stream is tomorrow, Sunday. So do join me. Link in the description to the Twitch channel. Obviously, make sure you're subscribed here so you don't miss out on any of the highlights here on the ChesnoidPlays channel. But for now, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.